Alors, coucou YouTube. On se retrouve donc sur Disco de l'Elysium. Alors, après 21 heures. Bah oui, c'est super, mais la voiture de Kim, je l'ai jamais trouvée.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Ouais, j'ai aucune idée de comment passer le temps. Ça me pète les couilles, j'avoue. Attends, c'est bien là l'hôtel, je suis pas fou. Ou alors je me trompe complètement. Attends, là le cadavre est là. Comment j'entre dans l'hôtel?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because it's nice and orderly, well-laid pallets, easy on the eyes.
Ouais. Attends, qu'est-ce que... Merde, la télé va s'éteindre. Ah, fait chier. Bon. Ah non, c'est bizarre, je reviens... Ah non, c'est là l'entrée. Ok. My bad. Donc là, on est de nouveau à l'hôtel. Parce que là, il est que 13h30 en fait. Donc je me demande s'il y a un moyen de passer le temps genre en dormant ou un truc du genre.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting. A mirror hangs on the wall, covered in steam. You cannot see yourself, just the outlines of a man. Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of a boat, you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Behold.
Oh putain! Pourquoi ça m'a fait
You have
peur?
no idea who this thing is, do you? Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. Oh my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? There might have been, 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now.
Putain, tout ça pour ça. Bon. Du coup, je sais vraiment pas ce que je suis censé faire parce que c'est quand même dans vachement longtemps, 20 heures. Parce que là, il est à peine 14 heures, putain de merde. Je sais pas quoi faire, ça me saoule. Ah tiens, j'ai pas parlé à cette personne. Bonjour.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Goransi Quebec. Please. It's not funny. The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn.
D'accord. C'était extrêmement
You see
inutile.
a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. The door does not budge.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? Yes. I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in. Just to be thorough. As a side investigation. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Ah ok, donc je peux lui demander d'ouvrir cette porte-là. C'est ce mec-là, j'imagine. Bonjour.
Can I help you? What thing? Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Another thing. Great. Yes?
Bon. Ils sont pas là aujourd'hui. Ok, d'accord. Ah oui, en fait, le truc qui me saoule, c'est qu'ils disent ça comme s'il y avait un moyen de faire passer le temps, alors qu'en fait, pour l'instant, j'en trouve aucun. C'est un peu frustrant. Même là, j'ai l'impression que le temps passe super lentement, parce que la dernière fois, je crois qu'il était genre 10h du mat'. Et puis au final... Attends, il y a quelqu'un là. Bonjour. Bon.
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname.
Where? There? Those are old. These bullets were fired during the Revolution, over half a century ago. They do not warrant investigation. Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it.
Putain, n'empêche le jumpscare de la tête de mon perso, quoi. Merde alors. Ils ont vraiment réussi à me faire peur. C'est un truc de ouf. Bonjour. Ah non, c'est les gens qui jouent aux boules, ça.
Still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking. Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. In Martinez, the Union is the law, so can you really blame them? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, if I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. Ah, yes! King Philip III, on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
Cocaine. Cocainum. Sounds like our kind of king. And just imagine what kind of cocaine a king would have had.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king, decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood. A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The Carabinier doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
You can't even take the responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler? That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine for clarity of vision, to aid in their work. Regnum cocainum, Revishal's finest years.
I'm satisfied with this explanation.
Of course. Clarity of vision. Awareness.
Philippe III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court made him administer the dose to his mother when she was in labor, and it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with higher realms. From what I've seen of the officers of the RCM... But I don't want to get into a debate about drug policies. Right.
Ouais. Je sais toujours pas comment passer le temps, ça me saoule. Mais dis pas qu'il faut vraiment que je fasse genre le tour. Et que... jusqu'à ce que le temps passe, parce que... sinon ça va pas le faire.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery.
Putain, me dis pas que ça c'est la bagnole de flic et que depuis le début elle était là.
This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion.
Ah non, attends,
In the
quoi?
cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out
Ah
toolbox
putain, ça y est, j'ai trouvé la radio.
and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is the Caprice Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like. The Caprice motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes. Yes, sorry about that. The Caprice Kinema does have a rather distinctive engine sound.
He says it with very badly concealed pride. In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
Attends, pourquoi Harry? Genre, ils ont name drop le perso comme ça. Ah.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
Oh, j'ai le choix. Merde. Le pied de biche, la pince coupante ou la lampe. Je prends la pince
The
coupante.
handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap go the cutters in your hand. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand. Heavier than you'd think. Cold and heavy. Like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth once more. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. It's robust, weatherproof, and well made. Police issue. Blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook. The frequency tableau lights up and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of time has passed.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why not?
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now. No, not me. No, sorry, I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on. Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and...
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
People tried to back away from you, or even slip out of the door. But you screamed. I am the goddamned law, and you have to listen to me. You are all suspects in a murder investigation.
Me neither. No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask. No, absolutely not. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags, when she was still working there.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit. Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you, well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more, We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about how you're a piece of shit human being, and why does anyone even let you work as a policeman? That you'd fire yourself, but you can't even do that. And then I had to deal with your toilet, the one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself. The ones I had to wrench out of your toilet. Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do.
She's worried she might have accidentally done something bad. Then she remembers it's you.
Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this as if there was a reason you threw them away.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
Ah ouais, bah écoute Cocotte, je suis vraiment
God,
désolé.
I know I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened. The stuffed bird, the great Skua, you threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. It was a pretty bird, there since I started working in whirling. I really liked her. We call her Scotty.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over. 10-4. What's your status? Over. 10-18. 10-20. Over. 10-18. 10-20. Over. State your message, sir. Over. 10-9. Repeat message. Over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
1022, the captain. This sounds bad. Bad and scary. Like being called to the headmaster's office in school.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Copy lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too.
Oh, fuck. Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
He said he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun, not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
The fuck do you need a gun for? Look at the pythons on your arms. You are a gun. The biggest one in the world.
It's a single-shot kill A9. An armistice, to be precise.
Ah, merci Kim, t'es un amour.
Says it's a kill 9mm armistice.
Armistice? What, is he a fucking... Clearly he doesn't have his Villiers anymore.
Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh my, I can't.
This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself. But Disco here made him piss his pants.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his... Ask him if he's still got his wiener.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over.
Now is a good time to say fuck and ass and so on. That'll make this all right. The silence is almost deafening after you flick off the switch.
That did not go well. I guess the important thing is that you followed protocol and reported your lost items. Did we need anything else here?
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? will take just a moment, officer.
Her voices fade out into the familiar radio
Attends,
static.
c'est les arrêts.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Ah putain, c'est le Toubib. Oh.
Oh, it's you. Firewalker? Oh, yes, you are. Just don't breathe in the general direction of your fire feet. Actually, do exactly that. Put yourself out of your misery. Take a deep, diaphragmatic breath in and... I'm the most serious person at the station, detective. Now, do you have any current, pressing medical problems? With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised. What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side. You've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely.
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care.
Hard to tell exactly what it was over the phone. Could be a combination of peripheral neuralgia and high blood pressure. Could be that you were having a heart attack. Or, actually, it could be both, given your profile. Cut down on the drinking, pal. In fact, cut off the drinking. The drugs, too. Anything else?
Oh, but speed. Sweet speed. It goes so well with alcohol. Abstinence could have immediate positive effects on your health.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook.
Eh ben écoute mon coco.
So we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your copo type. Guess. Yes, sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting cop, Liquid Shadow cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go? Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million. That won't happen.
Ah, j'ai un point de... J'ai un point de talent. Alors, je vais le mettre où? Bon, bah au moins on avance un peu, ça c'est pas mal. Peut-être que là, j'aurais peut-être d'autres trucs à dire aux des gens là. C'est
It's
peut-être
raining
ouais.
again. It was clear just an hour ago.
Ouais. Bon, alors, résultat des courses, il est à peine 15h. À mon avis, 21h, on verra pas ça tout de suite, hein, mon coco. Ah, attends, maintenant que j'ai la pince coupante, est-ce que je peux pas essayer d'aller décrocher le cadavre? C'est pas du tout par là, je crois. Hein. Et merde. Je crois pas être allé par là. Oh!
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech.
Attends, donc c'est ça. Ah, il y a quelqu'un? Il est où? Je le vois, mais je peux pas lui parler, je crois.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in everything you pick out seems faded, chipped and...
Attends, au nom de quoi je peux pas parler à ce mec? Bon, tant pis. Bonjour. Du coup, on t'entend parler un peu? Ah, le mec avec le saucisson. Désolé de te déranger, mon frérot. Oui, donc je voulais retourner à je voulais retourner à la cour de l'hôtel. Parce qu'il y avait un truc qu'il fallait découper, c'est ça? Parce que j'avais essayé de tirer dessus avec l'arme de Kim, mais ça n'avait pas marché. Donc là, peut-être qu'avec la pince coupante, ça devrait le faire.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin is marbled with decaying veins and blood. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
How should I know why you are squinting, officer? Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something.
So, what do you think? I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with...
stop talking in riddles, coin slot?
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think. There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
But there is no breath to catch.
Attendez, comment je fais pour couper le truc? Parce que...
The man before you is naked, but for a period,
Ah, la
the
sangle.
hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the vermilion in yellow letters along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
Extremely. Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries. Yes, it looks like they used whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you?
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt.
Ouais, c'est la merde. C'est con parce que là, du coup, j'avais vraiment de quoi découper le truc, mais bon. Ah, putain. Cela dit, j'ai l'impression d'avoir avancé un petit peu, et ça, c'est pas mal. Voilà, j'ai des gants maintenant. Allez, let's go. Qu'est-ce qu'elle voulait, elle, déjà?
Good. What can I help you with? That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
Pardon. Avec tout ça, il est à peine 15 h, bordel de cul. Ah.
This door is made. No one answers.
We should return tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Bon, c'est quoi exactement mes objectifs là? Je pense que pour demander pour mon arme, ce serait mieux que je retourne à l'hôtel.
Hello again, sweetie. Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles.
You've got guns of steel and a chiseled jaw somewhere under the bloated alcohol layer. Maybe she'd like to sponsor you. Your deportment remains dignified as you shed a single manly tear.
Sweetie, I only have a few cents on me, but I could give you this to pawn. Just to tide you over.
Oh.
Wonderful. He has a pin.
The pin is round and slightly tarnished. 3 sailboats in bas-relief with the sun hovering over the water behind them. A chipped green banner at the bottom reads, San Baptiste, Summer 31. Dinghy races.
You're quite welcome, dear. Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
She won't judge you, no matter what you say.
You know where we are, right? That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located? Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol. How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes? There. The year is 51, and spring has only just started. I'm sure there are better days ahead.
The lieutenant studies you, rubbing his chin. I'm beginning to suspect that you might indeed be completely adrift in this reality, thinks the lieutenant. How can it be that bad? Never mind. We're in this now.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Oh, sweetie. It's really not. There used to be people who thought that way. Other people who wanted those things, but they all went extinct. Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly no dictatorship of the proletariat.
But they still have cops.
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago. It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better. You didn't do too well, dear. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality, in a word.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much. Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
Toi, tu veux me parler maintenant?
Is in a deep slumber. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of it.
Je vois pas pourquoi je prendrais ces fucking médicaments. Bonjour. Ouais, certes.
Can I help you?
Attends, d'ailleurs, j'ai pas pensé à demander l'argent du coup. J'ai pas vu si c'était une option.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Right. Please hold.
10-4, come in. Fireworker, over. 10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Right, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
Request denied, sir. Over.
Nothing is working.
Anything else, sir? Over. Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question. That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over.
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over. 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over. Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner. Over.
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
10. Excuse me, sir. Over. No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that good on that front. Over. 10-4, well, that's,
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work?
He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCN.
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for a change.
Sir, Satellite Officer Vicmar says... So, was there anything else? Understood, sir. Over. Roger that, 10-10, over and out.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation. We're not going anywhere right now. Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
Bon, bah, je vois l'heure qu'il est, donc ce sera tout pour aujourd'hui. Avec un peu de chance, le temps va continuer de passer. En attendant la prochaine, je vous dis salut.